I can be in a meeting and say, hi, I'm Dr. V. Boykin, and 5 people think I'm great, and 1 person says I was aggressive towards them. Hi, I'm Dr. V. Boykin, a former single mom, stripper, felon, now a doctor, keynote speaker, and author of Fix Your Face and Watch Your Tone. I help marginalized communities achieve a more equitable personal and professional experience. Today, I'm going to talk to you about 4 critical areas. And let me tell you, and let me set up the scenario. You might hear this, and I'm sure you have, do the job you want to have, which is this secret code for doing extra work and not getting any pay, investing more with no guarantee of return. That's all good. And it's a really important thing to do, especially as you're trying to navigate the corporate landscape. However, there are 4 key areas that should be attached to that you usually don't hear. And I'm going to break them down for you now. So the first thing you have to do is quantify the results. You must know what good will look like when you're done with this extra work. If you cannot quantify what good looks like and it is not very clear what success will be, do not start this extra work. It is not in your best interest, because what's going to happen is you're going to do all this extra work and then you're going to say, look at this. And they're going to say, oh, that's not what we wanted. Or the horizon is going to move, or you're going to deliver results here. And then they're going to say they wanted results there, or you're just not going to be able to show how you achieved success. And that's never a good feeling. And that doesn't help anyone either. So do not begin to do the job you want if you don't know what great looks like in the job you want. The second thing, ensure you are aligned with your manager and or company objectives. In the best case scenario, you're aligning with both. You're very clear that what you're working on matters. There's been many times I've come up with brand new revenue streams, and what company doesn't want revenue, right? Like that's what the company wants, except it wasn't. They wanted more revenue, but they didn't want it in the way that I was offering it. They didn't want it using that pipeline that I was using. So it is critically important that you are aligned with the company, that you're not off developing for upmarket when you literally have a company vision of going down market. So it is critical that you're very clear about what you want and about what the company wants and about what your manager wants, and that all of those things are aligned. So do not begin extra work until you are absolutely certain that it aligns with the company vision. All right, moving on to the third thing, and this is critically important. And the reason that this is important is because you are about to do a whole lot of extra work, but you're not going to be in the rooms where that work is talked about, where that work could be elevated, and where the people need to know you're doing that work. So the third thing you need to do is you need to get a sponsor. You need to have someone that you can count on that's going to raise your name, raise your success, raise your additional extra effort and output and quantifiable results in the rooms you're not in those senior conversations, so that your work can be elevated and you can be recognized as doing the job that you want. Make sure you have a sponsor. And the fourth, and this one is one that I continuously struggle with. I've struggled with it my entire career. And it's typically because I'm just a GSD girl. Like, I'm getting it done. If you're in the way, you can come along for the ride, right? If you are an obstacle in the way, you can get swept under in the undertow. Either way, I'm going through this brick wall. And there's many reasons for this. Typically, when you're part of a marginalized community, especially when you're part of the communities that intersect and are typically marginalized, also known as global majority, you only get one shot, which makes you extra eager to show your results, extra eager to prove your value, extra eager to seize the opportunity. You might not get in the room again, and you're going to be the only person in that room. So everybody's looking at you. At least it feels that way. So the fourth thing is critical, and I want you to invest a great deal of time for the rest of your career in this area. And that is, make sure everyone you come in contact with as you're doing this extra work would work with you again and wants to work with you again. And this is tricky. Now, notice I did not say, make sure everybody likes you. I also did not say, make sure everybody wants to be your friend. I said, make sure everyone would be willing to work with you again and would want to work with you again. And that has to do with being collaborative. That has to do with showing respect. That has to do with building consensus, stakeholder management, managing up, using influence to get people to understand your vision, to embrace your vision, to support your vision, and then to pitch in, roll up their sleeves, and help you get it done. Every single business is a people-first business. You have to master the art of collaboration and allowing people to be seen and heard when you're working so that they want to work with you again. If no one wants to work with you again, those conversations in the rooms you're not in will go something like this. Did you hear what so-and-so was doing? Yes, but they're kind of hard to work with. Yes, but I'm not sure they're the right person. And that's what happens. And if you are part of a marginalized community, I can think of tons of tropes that you're going to face. The one that I face a lot is the angry Black woman. I can be in a meeting and say hello, and 5 people think I'm great, and one person says I was aggressive towards them and feels that I was aggressive enough that they need to escalate it up the chain. All I said was hi. All I did was share information. Why is it that you perceive me that way? I can't explain that. I can't control that. I can't even participate in that conversation. What I can say is you need to do your best to be collaborative. You need to do your best to be respectful, and you need to do your best to build consensus. That's what you can control. And those sponsors will take care of making sure that people know about your incredible accomplishments. And because you've quantified your results, you'll know when you're doing a good job. You'll know when you've been successful. And because you're aligned with your manager and aligned with company objectives, you know you're on the right path. So those are the 4 critical things you need to do do the job you want to have before you embark on that. And that's definitely something you want to do in your career. Just do those 4 things as you're doing it. Thanks so much.